Okay. So, as I said, Rotary Opens Opportunities, and we've got 3 doors here. And behind door number 1, I want to tell you our first opportunity is actually, this is the open door community garden. Talk about a perfect door to open here. We've been invited to help them out with some weeding and maintenance at their garden whenever we feel like it, but we first need to have people kind of oriented. So the next gardening opportunity is Saturday, July 18th from 10 to noon. And you can come for any or all of that time, and I can show you around at what they want us to do and not want us to do. And I'd love to see some people there. So that will be July 18th at 10. Behind door number 2, what we have is we have the opportunity to help the Senior Resource Center. They have gone to having meals delivered, have people pick up meals, and they have a handful, they have about 6 older adults who are not able to pick their meals up. And they get a bunch of meals for the week. And so we're looking for somebody every Wednesday at noon to go over there, pick up and deliver frozen meals to 6 older adults who live near Arcata Community Center. So it probably takes about an hour total of that, because you're picking up the meals and just dropping them off. If this is something we can commit to doing on a regular basis, then I can let them know that. I can put together a sign-up genius so people can just sign up for that. And it's, I'm realizing we're not doing our weekly packing of backpacks and delivering that. So this is an opportunity to still do a hands-on project that will help out folks that are quarantining, or not quarantining, but staying, sheltering in place. So if there's interest in that, please put your name in the, make a note in the chat, and if we have enough people that want to do that, we can make it happen. So let me know, please. Let's see, whoops, I went the wrong way. So, door number 3. Door number 3 is a big door right now. It's like a garage door. And I really am so appreciative that when we talked at the board retreat and last board meeting about the need to not spend money before we had it this year, people stepped up, and we have three different committees working on raising funds for us so that we can start giving them back out to the community. So I'm really excited about this, and so excited. There we go. We talked about we can't spend till we have the money. We don't want to spend our reserves. We know we're doing smaller fundraisers. We can't bring 400 people together anymore. There's also ways for us to individually to commit to do things, and we're looking at likely about 50% of our foundation side funding at this point. So with that, we had 3 different things come up. We've got a virtual summer sale and a golf tournament and the passport to taste, which we'll talk more about next week. But what I wanted to do now is give our chairs a little bit of time to talk about their event. So Claire, if you want to start by talking about the summer sale. Are you there, Claire? Hello. Is anybody out there?
I could talk about it, Maggie. Claire, if you get, are you there, Claire?
I am, but go ahead, Ian.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So we're having a virtual garage sale. we have a wonderful team together to support this. Stephanie Lane is taking pictures and descriptions and suggested prices of items that you might want to sell to benefit the club. So there's a virtual platform called OfferUp that we're going to use. We're asking that people take photos, think about things that maybe are bigger and might sell for a little bit more for ease of delivery and such. So all pictures will be due no later than July 27th. And then on August 1st, we'll have the sale. Everything will go up at once. We're going to have a pre-sale for Rotarians for a few special items on the 31st. So people will have a chance to bid on things prior to them going up for sale. I'm going to let you jump in, Ian. What else do we need to say about that?
This time, what the committee is asking is that you do kind of have a look around your houses, maybe your storage units, any vacation cabins that you're not using, and look for those items which you feel may bring value to a yard sale style online forum. We are having the seller or the provider of the item arrange delivery or pickup of the items. Our committee will have some assistance available, but it'll be fairly limited. So do keep in mind that you will either need to provide a location for the item to be picked up by the buyer or deliver the item to the buyer. And I believe Stephanie intends to group some of the items that are smaller into kind of package items. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah, that's correct. For smaller items, we'll try to put them into lots to sell. And then I think, Stephanie, can you explain a little bit more about how the money gets to the club and how OfferUp works?
So I'm a little bit of a novice at this point, but from what I can tell in the research I've done, it looks like many of the other type of platforms that are out there where you can sell items. And so like for instance, Poshmark or ThredUp, if you use that for clothing, it's the same sort of thing, but for larger items. It's different than Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist in that we can have a page that's branded RCAS and has just our items on it. So we can send people to that page so that our items are being purchased. We'll have the big push over the weekend, but we could, if we decided we wanted to do doing well, we could keep those items up for long term and try to still get money all year round if we wanted to. But it'll be nice because we'll be able to see all RCAS items on one page. We will have to all sign up for offerup.com. It's an app on your phone, should be pretty easy, similar to Venmo. And then you can see just our items and buy them.
I have one more comment. For the entire club, you will see in the coming weeks and one last week, if you go to our club's Rotary Club of Arcata Sunrise Facebook page, there is a preview slide to generate knowledge of the sale. And we figure that if everybody in the club shares it on their social media, it'll get exposure to some 15 to 20,000 people. So as we approach the date, there will be more slides, including some of the key items and the how to pay and what app they need to download in order to participate. But it will be important so that people outside the club hear about it, for everybody in our club to share those via their social media outlets.
And one last thing to let everyone know, if you were to sign up for OfferUp today, our page is currently blank. And that's because once the items are up, they are live to the public. So I'll be putting every single package that we put together, an item that we put together, up on Friday night before the August 1st big launch.
Right. So there's a few items up on the screen. And I want to tell you that this canoe here, this is the motivator of this event. So if you have a canoe in your life, so to speak, metaphorically, or then this is your opportunity to offer it up and help us raise a little bit of money. Here's some other items, and we'll be sharing some items with you as the weeks go by. So now it's time. Look in your garage, look in your house. If you have two of something, you probably some things only need one of. Feel free to offer it up to us, and we'll get some money for it. The other item behind door number 3 is the golf tourney. And Dustin, are you here?
Dustin texted me last night and just told me to talk about it.
Okay.
So he might be working. But basically, and Brian's here too, Brian Plumley. He's working pretty good on this too, and so is AJ. So you can ask either one of us. And so is Melinda, but I don't know if Melinda's here. So it's called the Arcata Sunrise Summer Scramble. And it's going to be August 29th, which is what you see on there. And it's going to be at Beaupre, so something a little different, which is the McKinleyville golf course out there. We just have a pretty good relationship with him, and the way the course is set up, it's just going to work better for us. It's going to be hopefully early morning, and it's a little different than a traditional scramble where everybody starts on a different hole because of what's going on, where everybody's going to have a tee time, which we're just going to take it and run with it. So basically, when you start on hole 1, it'll be some sort of event or game or something exactly on hole 1, and then when you get to hole 2, it'll be something else. Hole 3, it'll be something else. So we either have vendors or a game or some fun entertainment at each hole, and now we can control how the people see the golf tournament, whereas before they each started on a different hole. So it'll be kind of nice. It'll be a little story that you can basically tell to the participants. We're trying to get to, I believe, 22 teams, which would be about 88 people. If we got a little more, that would be great. Each person is basically $75, so about $300 per team. And then we have business sponsors that can do $500, which will get you some signage and some other things as well, like mulligans and whatnot. It's supposed to be a different type of scramble. It's supposed to be like the most fun scramble that you've ever had. It's not about winning. I mean, it would be nice to win, but this one's more about just having fun, like having a Bloody Mary right before you start and a margarita on the way back out, kind of a thing, which I think our club can get behind, just from being with you guys for a little bit. So that's the main points. Basically, a point of contact for sales would be Melinda or Dustin. And our main ask for our club members, just because we will need a little bit of help, mostly on the volunteer side, because it is, kind of a stretched out day. We can time when members come, so you don't have to be there all day. Since everybody's starting on hole 1, if you're working hole 18, you don't have to be there till the end of the day, kind of a thing. So it'll be kind of nice. We'll be able to have a sign-up genius where you can, basically sign up for wherever you want to sign up and help. But we will need a lot of members' help that day. And some of our raffle prizes that we're trying to do, we will need, I'm sure all members, especially right now with COVID, have an extra bottle of alcohol. Hopefully that you haven't opened yet. Mine are opening as well because we're staying at home more. But if you have an extra one, or if you want to bring one, that would be great. So basically volunteers, a bottle of alcohol, and if you could just spread the word, just kind of like the virtual garage sale, that would be huge.
Great. Well, thank you. And we will be hearing more about these events as the weeks go on. So I appreciate that team putting that together, and it sounds fun. It sounds like I could actually go out there and just pretend I'm golfing and not really miss out. So I like that idea. Great.
Exactly. So the plan is you have a team of 4, and you need just one good golfer, and then the other 3 can have fun.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Because is it best ball or something, or are you just?
Yeah, it's Scramble. It's best ball. So,
okay.
That's why you get one good golfer that can play, and then there you go. You still have fun.
All right. As long as I'll carry a putter the whole time, and then that will just show that I'm in the game, but not really. Great. Thank you. The last one, we'll have more about this at another meeting, but this is a sample of, we're creating the passport to taste. It's reminiscent of the Disneyland Passport book. You'll get tickets, A through E coupons, and with offering different discounts or offers from local vendors, primarily food vendors, food and drink. And you'll be able to walk on Sweet Street, go to Snack Town, drive down Dining Drive, and I guess wander down Beverage Boulevard. And these are just samples here of what kind of offers there might be. So we're working on that. We'll have more for you on that one as well, coming soon. This is a potential fellowship opportunity virtually. This is something being offered by the district. It is a online theater event, a musical dancing. It's called Don't Stop Believing. It's July 12th at 2 p.m. It's free to watch, but they're asking people to make donations, and 10% of the donations received will go to Rotary initiatives. I think probably polio plus. And so if you're interested, go to Rotary5130.org, look for the Best Night Ever online button, and you can reserve your tickets and make your donation there. I'm going to brag a little bit and say that I'm going to be getting a massage at that time, so I won't be able to attend.